All right, guys, so now we're here with the Samsung 55-inch QN90A. As requested, we're going to be unboxing this one. So smack a like on this video because we're getting to the point right now. So I'm going to start off by just snipping this with the scissors. I find this to be the more annoying way. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it with the scissors because I find it to be really annoying when I do it this way. So, pro tip here. If you see these little things down here, these little tabs, just break these instead because it's a lot easier to do that than to snip the thing off. You see, it just pops open. I mean, snipping at it takes a lot longer. So then, again, similar fashion, you just find it down here, and then we find the tab. Sometimes it'll be a little difficult, sometimes it won't. You can twist it and it'll also come off, you know, you can do all kinds of weird stuff. Twist it and pinch it and pull it. I don't feel like doing all that. I just feel like kind of doing it the hard way for whatever reason right now. But you can just yank at it and get it to come off. You can twist it like this back piece. When I say you can twist it, so instead of just pulling it down like that, you can also twist it like this. And then you can take this tab and just rip it like that. Those are from my old school days working at Best Buy. Used to do that to so many of those TVs, it's not even funny. But all right, so once you've got that top piece off, it's pretty simple. You've just got this little stand at the top, and you've got thick, robust styrofoam, as you guys can clearly see here. So, you know, it's not like it's the most robust thing you've ever seen, but again, it's very typical. There's really not a whole lot to it, and that's pretty much what it looks like beneath the box. Now, similar to the Q90T and pretty much TVs for the last 3-4 years now, you have on the corner here the big heavy stand, and that's pretty much where you'll locate it. So, yeah. Now lifting up the plastic here, everything seems good. Don't see anything messed up at all. When you take this thing out of the box, make sure you have an extra person because the styrofoam, for whatever reason, likes to hug the sides a little bit more than I would like it to. So it's a big pain in the ass to kind of get it out. But essentially, once you get it out, it's just as plain and bare bone looking as the Q85 or the QN85. So if you were thinking like you bought the more expensive one, you should have more of a design, you'd be right, but you're not going to get that with Samsung this year. Instead, it's going to look just like this, etched. I'm telling you right now, it might sound like I'm nitpicking, but I'm really not. This is so cheap. Like the plastic back that they put on this and the sound to it, the way that they just kind of have it etched, it literally looks like a $500, $300 TV, and the build quality that they put this TV like together like. So just keep that in mind if you're expecting something a little bit more premium. You know, they're charging OLED pricing, but the build quality nowhere close to what you're going to get on something like an LG C10 or a Sony OLED. Now inside the box, it's basically a Q90T because you have the same kind of backing. The screws are attached in the same way. You've got the stand piece here, which is exactly the same as we saw last year. The only new thing here is the remote, which is pretty damn sweet because you do have this kind of like solar charging thing. And then at the bottom, you've got this USB-C. And again, my nails are not cut. I don't work a manual labor job, so I don't always break nails. I don't always maintain them, but we're also not fucking. So chill out for the people out there noticing my nails and they're like, oh my God, girlfriend, your nails aren't done. Like, chill. All right, now that being said, let's move on and talk about more aspects of the QN90A. Stand assembly would be that other aspect. Now, again, this is a lot like what we saw last year. So it is literally the exact same to kind of put together. Put it together however you'd wish, but I think I found the easiest way to do it. I mean, I've seen some pretty stupid ways people are doing it. So essentially, this top piece right here, all you're gonna do is sit it in here, like that. And once it's in, you just set your screws right down in here. Make sure you have a thin screwdriver because that's the only way it's gonna work out for you. Once your screws are set, you find these little grooves here. You do not pick the TV up and put it on top of the stand. That is the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen on YouTube. Instead, you take the stand while the TV is laying on a flat surface and you just attach it like that. You just put it up to it like that. That is so much safer. please don't pick the TV up and start trying to place it on top. That's so stupid. Don't do that. And once you do that, it pretty much falls in place immediately. As you guys can see, you have your little screw holes. This is where you're going to drop your screws. Now, if you need to remove it, it's locked in. So again, you have to make sure you push up and then it lifts up. So just push up and then you pull out, and then that's how you get it out. Very easy, simple stuff. If you have an issue where you need to move it to a different room or whatever, that's how you disassemble the stand piece. Now all there is to do is to put in your power cord, which goes into here. It's going to be really annoying if you have bigger fingers. I have small fingers, as you guys can see, and it's really a tight fit for me, so I can only imagine if you have beefy fingers, this would be a pain in the ass, but you know, that's just a part of it. And yes, during the process, I found the time to cut my nail, so those who are rapidly typing in the comment section, your fingernails, seriously, let it go. Okay, now we turn on the TV for the first time. And I got the other one on. You see all that clouding? Shit looks disgusting, though. Ugh, that was not a good showing for them.
Experience the extraordinary with your Samsung screen.
Oh?
2 simple options.
I'm going to use the remote because they were talking about a smartphone, but I don't use that. I just use the regular setup, and they're going to ask me for my HDMI stuff. Now I'm going to select the retail mode. This will not affect any of the results of the testing that I'm going to be doing later on. This is literally just a separate mode, and that will help us see the demo content that they have. And here we are. Experience the extraordinary. Or so they'll have you believe. That's what I'm here to figure out. Is it actually extraordinary, right? So we're going to turn down the volume just so we avoid any copyrights that may come from the demo that is going to play shortly after this. It's going to show us retail mode, a lot of clouding, ask us about an intelligent mode, which I don't really care about. And then it's going to take us to this like main hub menu kind of thing. And you have to give it a couple of minutes. Sometimes it locates the files faster than other times. So it all depends on how long we're just kind of hanging out and camping on this menu. And I'm going to kind of come back when the demo starts. Okay, finally the demo starts and you guys are able to see what it all looks like. Now I decided to use my cell phone and show you guys what this looks like. It's, again, a pretty damn bright TV, but it's not perfect. There's definitely some blooming that I have noticed. Not as bad as what you're seeing right now at this particular moment. I can lower it down a little bit. But essentially, it definitely does have some problems here and there. It is not perfect. Far from it. Like now, it's nice, but not perfect. So I'm going to be very curious to see what this kind of translates to when we talk about different kinds of content, differing content. Because I know some things really, really trip this TV up. I know, like, at least the last one, the QN85, I've got to say, though, so far, it's looking a little better, but I'm going to wait until I see a little bit more coming out of the center of the screen before I can try to say if it's better or worse than what I was just looking at. Colors are nice. Again, kind of like I saw before, contrast is pretty good. I'm noticing some blooming, so I'll open up my ISO here. Don't know how much you're going to be able to see, maybe too much. But essentially, it's not hazing or clouding like all that. That's like glare and all this stuff. That's not what it looks like. I got to lower it down again. Essentially, in this corner here, over here, you've got bright spotting around the edges. That I actually do see. So even though they've got all these local dimming zones, it's not exactly perfect. So be careful for people that lower their ISO down because, you know, that's the kind of stuff they'll try to hide from you. And, you know, as I see it, it's a nice looking television. I'm seeing blooming now on the edges again. So it's definitely not flawless. Again, beautiful colors, but not as juiced up as what the camera is doing. Remember, folks, the camera does add its own color correction and try to juice up and saturate colors more than what it is showing up as. And the same can be said about like all YouTube videos. So just keep that in mind. But so far, what I am seeing is a competent picture at the very least. So if you guys want more content, let me know what you want down below. Smack a like on this video. And thank you guys so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.